Always like to take a look back at players when they were in high school that are now doing some big things in the college. And did you see this last week? Barry Sanders, and I'm not talking about Detroit Lions Barry Sanders. I'm talking about Stanford's redshirt freshman Barry Sanders.
Yeah, he made an incredible run, but we're used to that. We saw him playing as a freshman all the way through his senior year at Heritage Hall in Oklahoma. He just had moves. His highlight film on MaxPreps is one of the most viewed ever. He had over 4,000 yards rushing during his high school career, well over 50 TDs. We already knew he was going to be a stud.
Oh yeah, and right now Stanford says it's not his time, but it will be soon, and you can tell by these highlights that it will be.
Yep.
It's tough to carry a name like Barry Sanders.
Oh man, can you imagine having that name? But he is very good.
I wouldn't be able to carry that last name. I'm glad I have mine. But you know what? We actually had a chance to meet up with Barry Sanders back in 2011 during his senior year, so he can talk about the first time that he actually got to see his dad play.
I remember going to a couple games. I wouldn't say I remember the first time he's ran the football, or the first time I remember him, but I do remember going to a couple games. Remember the first few times I remember watching some of his highlights and realizing how great he was. And I'm still amazed at what he was able to do.
It's just he has to watch his dad. It's him. It's just watching his dad is his dad being dad when he gets to watch him for the first time.
Yeah, it's incredible. And Barry Sanders is going to be a stud.
That's what kids say about you, though, right?
Your kids? I mean, my kids, they think I'm probably better than Barry Sanders.
I don't know about that, but let's right now bring in Steve Spiewak.
Yeah, let's get back to Steve. And hey, Barry Sanders is one from a couple years ago, but there's a lot of celebrity kids playing now that have pro dads that they played back in high school, and now they're playing in the pros, and now they're playing in high school, their kids.
It's always cool to see kind of that child of a former NFL star enter the high school ranks. And as you mentioned, Steve, there are plenty. One guy, probably the most accomplished right now, is Christian McCaffrey from Valor Christian High School in the state of Colorado. He has already rushed for 4,200 career yards, and he's got plenty of time left to go in his senior season. He's a dynamic athlete. He's going to join Barry Sanders at Stanford, actually, and follow in his father's footsteps. Of course, his father, Ed McCaffrey, one of the Broncos' all-time leading receivers, and his younger brother, Dylan, is a freshman quarterback, already stands at 6'3", so we'll be hearing more from him. And he has another younger brother, Luke, who will probably be enrolling in Valor Christian in the next couple years. So plenty more McCaffreys coming down the pipeline, so Valor Christian should be well stocked for years to come. Another guy whose father was a sensational high school player in addition to a great college and NFL career, Jeff George from Warren Central, Indiana. Guys, his father, of course, you know him from the NFL, but when he was at Warren Central, he was the nation's #1 overall recruit. So talk about big shoes to fill, but he's done a really good job. He transferred to Warren Central last year. He battled for the starting job a little bit as a junior, but now as a senior, he has taken it and run with it. Last week, he threw for 3 touchdowns in the first half for Warren Central and head coach Jason West. On the topic of quarterbacks, guys, Harry Kraft, the grandson of Patriots owner Robert Kraft, is another guy, and Troy Flutie is a lot of great Massachusetts quarterbacks. Troy Flutie, the nephew, of course, of Doug Flutie, 6,700 career yards. Guys, he has played since his freshman season. He's had 13 touchdown passes in just 3 games, including 5 last week. There have been many Fluties to come through Natick High School, but he's proven to be perhaps the most accomplished given his level of production so far in 4 years playing high school football.
All right, Steve, thanks for that. A lot of good celebrity kids playing high school football right now.
Yeah, and one that you did not mention goes by that name of Vincent Testaverde, who right now plays in Florida, Jesuit of Tampa. And we have some pictures right here of him, and a few pictures actually of him with his father. Look at him on the sideline, Vincent Testaverde. And a while back, we got to talk to Vinny about his best memory in high school.
I was a junior. I wasn't even a starting quarterback, and we were playing in the championship game. I came in as a receiver, a flanker, and we had this double pass called in the championship game, and where the quarterback throws it out to me, and I throw it down the field, and threw a touchdown pass, won the game. I was having thrown the only touchdown in the game, so it was pretty great.
Crazy that he was a receiver before he was even a quarterback.
I mean, a 19-year pro, played in 3 decades, and doesn't even start his junior year.